Hey guys, Marsengan here, bringing another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video. So by the time this video goes up, I think everyone should have had their memorial stones. I just got mine at the time of recording. My ID ends in 5, so I know a lot of people still have to wait longer to get theirs. I have received 837 in total. That is exactly 200 more than I got last time. Which is kind of crazy that it's exactly 200 because I got 637 last time. So I would not have expected the final digits to be the same. But yeah, I got 837 memorial stones. So that means if we throw that into the calculator very quickly here, you just times it by 50. That means last year, between the middle of August and this year, middle of August, I spent 41,850 stones. So I know a lot of those were on stamina because I have been link leveling a lot in the last year. I had a couple of bad banners like STR Carnival Goku taking me over 2,000 stones to pull. We had some good luck as well though. Last year's worldwide, I rainbowed LR Final Form Cooler in just over 1,000 stones. So hopefully that will happen again for this year. But yeah, we're going to accept all of these out of the gift box. And then the purpose of this video is I'm just going to go through the things that you can do with these now, including a very good new feature that I am quite glad that they have added. Okay, so you've accepted your stones. They are now in your possession and you have to decide what to do with them. So we come over here into the exchange menu in the treasure section, and then we have the Memorial Dragonstone 4 section here. So you can see my 837 stones at the top. Now, I did do a video breaking down the memorial stones, what they're used for and all that kind of stuff, but they have thrown a little bit of an extra sort of curveball in here, which I do think is a very valid option for a lot of people to consider, and that is these rainbow tickets. But let's start off by looking at the main thing here, which is the list of the units, right? So these are all units that are going to be on the banner that you could summon on with the tickets if you choose to exchange your stones into tickets. We've got the Goku and Gohan and the Cell from last year's Golden Week. I've got Majin Vegeta from last year's Saiyan Day. Still pretty good. Very good against First Form Cell. That was nice to see him make a bit of a comeback. Then we have the Super Saiyan Goku. Wait, this is the one that awakens into the Super Saiyan 2 to Super Saiyan 3, yeah. So where's Kid Buu? Why did they not put him directly underneath? Kid Buu must be on here, right? Then we got Chaditz, Giga Rad, everyone's favourite, Raditz, ROF Blues, Ginyu, Pan, there's Kid Buu. I don't know why they separate him and Goku, but AGL Trunks, Tech Androids, Tech Kale and Caulifla, AGL Gohan, Super Vegeta, the GT Super Saiyans, Videl, Broly, Goten and Trunks, Pycon, Janemba, Bojack, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, Frieza, Kefla, Gohan. I mean, the list goes on and on, right? Now, the thing is, unfortunately, as I discussed in the video that I put out, all of these units cost 150 of your memorial stones. So just like red coins, Dokkan doesn't really seem to care about the fact that these older units are considerably way less value than the newer units, but they all cost the exact same amount of stones, which is definitely very strange. Now, out of the units on the list that are actually, you know, good and worth getting, bear in mind, we will talk about these two in a moment. Trunks and Zamasu are going to be getting their Easy A, but let me come back to them. Physical Piccolo, a lot of these units have gotten Easy A's recently, so if you are missing them, like you don't have them at all, some of them are very, very useful, like the Physical Piccolo, STR Cooler. Future Gohan's one of those ones that's up in the air because he could get an Easy A during this celebration. And then some of these units, like this Goku and Vegeta, are units that don't have an Easy A yet, but because theirs is still coming at some point down the road, you know, they could potentially be really, really good when they get their Easy A's. You're just kind of taking a gamble if you choose to buy them now, and then they might not actually Easy A for like another year for all we know. But in terms of the newer units, I think Tech Kale and Caulifla are kind of aged out a little bit until they get an Easy A, although they are useful on the Kale team. Future Androids definitely have aged. Unfortunately for Trunks, he aged very quickly. Kid Buu, now depending on the leader skill that Zamasu gives, if Worldwide Chaos is involved, this Buu could end up getting a 200% leader skill from him. And it might be a leader skill for all the Boos, which would be kind of interesting. Ginyu can still hold his own somewhat, but you do need the full team. ROF Blues, they obviously got treated badly. Same with Raditz. Super Saiyan 2 Goku, I mean, he can be okay if he gets all the supers, right? Martian Vegeta, like we already said, bit of a comeback for First Form Cell, good with the Trunks and Vegeta team. And then Cell and Gohan, Goku Gohan, kind of aged a bit. Cell is good, just not really on turn 1, and his team has no slot 1 units, but he's on Worldwide Chaos as well. So there's a couple of good units here. Now, the thing to remember is they cost 150 stones, or you can trade all of your stones 1 for 1 for tickets, right? So I could, if I wanted to, just go ahead and trade in all of mine here for tickets, which I'm not going to do. We obviously have some already because I've been saving all the ones for login. But this is something that I think people should really consider. So these rainbow tons of thanks tickets, these are just like the ones that we get in the anniversary, and I think the Tanabata as well, where when part 2 of the celebration goes live, we don't know exactly what the part 2 format is going to be. Obviously, because part 1 is a dual Dokkan Fest, most people are assuming part 2 is now going to be 2 separate carnival banners. But if it follows the same trend as the anniversary, what this means is part 2, the banners come out, and then these tickets are usable, and we will potentially get some more from login bonuses or missions or something like that. And then these tickets are going to be usable on the part 1 or part 2 banners to do free to do free summons, right? Multis are 7 tickets per multi. Now, you can only buy 21 of them. So, as you can see, that will cost you 105 memorial stones. Now, I think this is a great addition, especially for people like me, because if you're a big whale, I just went down that list and we looked at a lot of the units, not all of them because the list is so long, but the ones we didn't get to are the ones that are even older. I have every single unit on this list of units rainbowed, so I don't need any copies of any of them. So for me, I'm going to be picking up a bunch of the tickets. I'm going to be streaming a little bit later on this evening, so keep an eye out on the channel, keep an eye out for the stream schedule. I will be streaming. We're going to go through and do a bunch of ticket summons, but really the ticket summons for me are just going to be for fun. I might pull some LRs because they are unfeatured in the banner, although I don't need many of those either. But for me, these are an absolute must get, because this is going to be 21 extra summons on the banners that have the new units that I obviously want to pull copies of. So if you're someone who doesn't really need a ton of the units on the ticket banner, I feel like these are going to be very worth your while. Now, they are 105 memorial stones, so you guys will have to let me know in the comment section how many memorial stones did you get. But obviously, if you got 105, that means you spent 5,250 stones over the year, which is kind of difficult to do if you're free to play. I saw a lot of free to play people commenting in the stream earlier that they got about 100 or 120. So, you know, you kind of roughly can get around there, especially because Dokkan's been giving out a lot more stones in the bigger celebrations. Now, you have to just weigh up the value of these tickets. If you trade in for these tickets, you get more, but they are still just free ticket summons at the end of the day. You absolutely could just pull no SSRs, let alone specific SSRs that you actually want. Whereas at least these ones, again, you might pull no SSRs, but you are summoning on the banners where you have the chance to pull the new units. So I think these are super, super valuable. I think the main tickets are useful if you are missing like tons of these units, or you have most of them only at like 55%. I think these tickets will definitely be good value for you. If you have enough stones that you can buy all of these and then still have enough to buy a bunch of the tickets, I think that's definitely your best bet. I think with these guys costing 150 memorial stones each, unless you're desperate to get one of these units, I actually think you would just be better off buying these. Now, I did say we would come back to them. I mentioned Trunks and Zamasu. I did actually make a tweet about them as well. I've probably scrolled past them now, haven't I? I made a tweet about them as well, because I had some people in the stream ask me if they should buy a copy of these guys because they don't have them, because we know they are going to be getting an Easy A. Now, from what we could see in the news, there was no mention of them getting an Easy A banner. So if you remember last year, Namek, Goku, and Metal Cooler got Easy A's in Part 1, and I'm pretty sure they were on the Part 1 banners, or at least one was on one and one was on the other one, because the Dokkan Fest was split between Part 1 and Part 2. So I would probably guess that these guys are going to be featured on the main Dokkan Fest banners. So you don't really want to buy a copy with 150 stones here, then summon on the main banners and then just pull them anyway. So I would say if you do really want to get Trunks and Zamasu because you don't have them and their Easy A's are upcoming, ideally they're going to be really good and they're going to be on the new units teams, I would wait until we see the banner lineup confirmed. And then if these guys aren't on the banners, then you could go ahead and pick up one of them with the memorial stones if you want to. But if they are on the main Dokkan Fest banner, I would not buy them with the tickets, with the stones. You could trade all of those stones in for 150 50 extra tickets, and then who knows, you might get lucky in those ticket summons and actually pull them anyway. Very unlikely that you pull the like one specific SSR you want off of these tickets, but you never know, it could happen. So in terms of how I would list the importance of these things, if you have enough memorial stones, I would absolutely get these, unless you are someone who is missing like most of these units. And then I think taking your risk with these tickets is a good idea, especially because there are other unfeatured LRs in there and stuff like that. But if you're someone who is not really missing many of these guys, or you have all of them, you just need dupes, I would absolutely recommend you get all of these. Like I say, for me, who doesn't need any of those units, I am just getting all of them like right now, right? There's no reason for me not to get them. And I don't need to pick any of these specific units, so I am going to go ahead and get all of these with the rest of my stones, so 732 tickets. And then, like I said, I will be streaming these ticket summons a little bit later on the channel. I'm going to be streaming, in fact, when this video goes up, I might still be live. Well, actually, I think I might have gone climbing, but I'm going to be streaming some Armored Core 6 on my second channel. For quite a bit today. I imagine that first stream will have probably finished by the time this video goes up though. But I will be streaming on this main channel a little bit later on to do the ticket summons, and then maybe I'll stream some more Armored Core much later in the evening, who knows. But maybe I will see you guys there. We will be jumping in and doing these. I don't know if I'll do the 50 stone multis, because obviously I want to do the... you know, we don't want the stream to be over in like 5 minutes, but you know, we'll see what we can get. So let me know what you guys think down below. Like I said, how many memorial stones did you get? What are you planning to do with them? If you want any advice or to ask any further questions, obviously do so in the comment section. I do read through all the comments, and other people in there can help you out as well. So let me know your thoughts. How many did you get, and what are you going to do with them? So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Masked Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the links down below for the Discord and the merch store, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.